In this video, we're going to take a look at creating and assigning tags. Now, as we mentioned in the previous video, we cannot demonstrate exactly how tags work here because tags are a way that you can address your objects within your scripts. What I can show you is how you can create your own tags and get them assigned to objects in your scene. Now, here we are looking at our camp object, which has received a lot of abuse over these demonstrations, but it's such a nice candidate, and you'll notice that if we take a look in the inspector, its tag is currently set to untagged. Now if we click on the tag drop-down here, we have several tags that already exist along with our level. These were here by default. We did not create these, and none of them are particularly useful for what we have in mind, so I'm going to come down to Add Tag. What this does is this jumps us over to the Tag Manager, which has all of your tags listed at the top and then all of your layers listed at the bottom. Creating a tag is simple. There is always going to be an empty element. Now here we have element 0 because we have no tags, and 0 is going to be our first tag, and it has no name, meaning technically this is kind of an empty spot waiting for us to create a tag. Now even though you can't really see anything really obvious about this, if you look on the right hand side when you move the mouse over here, you turn into a type cursor, and if you click your mouse you can now type in a name for this tag. So let's call this campsite, like so, and we have created a tag. Also notice as soon as we do that, another element pops up. You will always have one blank element ready for your next tag to be created. Now, we have created this tag, but we have not yet assigned it. If I come back over to the hierarchy panel, I can click on my camp, come back over to tag, and now inside the drop-down, we'll see the campsite tag that I just created, and now our camp has been tagged. So that if we wanted to, inside of a script, we could refer to this tag and perform any operation we might need to via script on this object.
Right. There's something else I'd like to point out along with that. Go ahead and click on one of the children inside of the camp.
Sure.
If you notice, the children do not inherit the tag from their parent.
That's right.
Though it can be tagged separately. Now, where Zach was mentioning that this is useful in scripting, with the camp being tagged as campsite, if I were to come in here from a scripting standpoint, and let's say my directive was to be able to assign when the campfires get lit or when they go out and just let them smolder, I could have, let's say, a day-night cycle in script, and I can come through, and at that certain point at the night, when it starts getting dark, I could go through, all right, find every game object that is of tag campsite, go in and light their fires and turn them on. And then when the morning came along, I could actually go through, turn off the particle systems that are actually the campfire, turn off the light, and I could leave the smoke burning so it looked like the burned out embers of the campfire the next morning.
Right. And if you were going to do that, I'd recommend that we probably had a slightly more robust tag system, like maybe grab all of our particle systems for the fire and call those campfire, put those under a campfire tag that we could easily address, and you start to get the idea of how that works. Really, all you're doing is establishing a customized alias that makes it easier to access that object through script. So that is a quick look at creating and assigning tags. That will wrap things up for this video. Thank you very much for watching.